Good morning everyone. Now moving on to the next topic, that is inheritance of blood group, which is a continuation of the codominance. So next is inheritance of blood group in man. So here the gene which controls the ABO blood group. Here the gene which controls the ABO blood groups in human beings is the gene I. Okay. So I is also referred as isoagglutinogen. I stand for isoagglutinogen. So I stand for isoagglutinogen. So and this I have, the gene I have a 3 allelic forms of I. So they have a 3 allelic forms of there are 3 allelic forms of the gene I. So what are those? So they are IA, IB and small I. So these are the 3 allelic forms of gene I, that is IA, IB and the small I. So what will be the genetic inheritance of the blood groups? So what will be the genetic inheritance of the blood group? So we can go like this with the tabular column. So we'll just make a one tabular column here. What are the possibilities of inheritance, genetic inheritance of the blood groups? So you have to frame a tabular column. So this is genotype, this is the blood group. So this is the blood group. So blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB and blood group O. So what are the possible or so what will be the genetic inheritance of this blood group? For example, for the blood group A, so the genetic inheritance will be like this. IA and IA small I. So for B, IB and small letter what? I. So AB. So AB we known as what? AB is the what? AB blood group is referred as what? Universal recipient. O is the universal donor. So here as we know that ABO is a dominance. It is a best example for the codominance and the multiple allelism. So the genotypes will be AI, AB. It is the genotypes. So for O, this is small I. So this is the genotypes of the blood group. So this is the genotypes of the blood group. Hope you understand the concept of blood group, right? So as we know that AB is an example for what? AB blood group is an example for codominance. So these are the inheritance of blood groups in the man. Understood? Now we'll moving on to this. Right? Next is, so what are 4 types of blood group? As we know that A, B, ABO and the O. So on what basis this blood group has been identified? On the basis of antigen and the antibody reaction, the blood groups can be identified, right? So now moving on to the set. As I said earlier, Karl Landsteiner in 1900. So Karl Landsteiner in 1900, he identified the 4 types of blood group, that is A, B, ABO and the O blood group, right? Now what will be the genetic basis of blood group? So we also studied about the genetic basis, right? So what will be the genetic basis? As I told, as we have studied about the genetic basis. So where we use the word I, the gene I, which is also called as what? Isoagglutinogen. So which have a 3 allelic forms of I, that is IA, IB and small letter I. So these are the 3 allelic forms of I, right? Gene I. Now what will be the genetic? So these are the 3 allelic basis of what? I gene I. So now moving on to the next. What will be the genetic basis of blood group in human population of the. So next we will find out with the along with the tabular column. So what will be the genetic basis? We have studied about the genetic basis. What will be the genetic basis of the genotypes? Now we are going to study what will be the genetic basis of blood group in a human population along with the tabular column. Now, so as I told, we have studied earlier about that genetic basis, right? So we also studied about the genetic basis. So we have studied the word I. I means isoagglutinogen, which will refers to isoagglutinogen. And there are 3 allelic forms of gene I, that is IA, IB, and the small letter I. Now, what will be the genetic basis of blood group in the human population? So we will get to know along with the tabular column. So you can see the allelic form of parent 1 and the allelic form of parent 2 and also the genotype of the offspring. What will be the blood group? See, if the parent 1 who is having a IA and the parent 2 which is having a IA, so the genotypes, we have studied this one while tabulating of the to know the groups of the genetics. Inheritance of the genotype of the blood group. So if it is a parent 1, he is having a IA and IA in the parent 2. So the offsprings we may get what? IA and the IA. So we will get a blood group what? A blood group. So like that, if a parent 1 who is having a IA, IB, so the offspring will get IA, IB. So the possible blood group is AB. IA and the small letter I, and the possible genotypes of the offsprings will be IA, small I, and the blood group is what? A group. So IB, IA, IA, IB, so AB. So AB is the universal recipient. IB, IB. So what will be the offsprings we will get? IB, IB, that is the B blood group. So next IB and I, allelic form of parent 2 if it's have a small I. So what will be the possibility? IB and the I, and they will get what? B blood group. So I and I, they will get I and I. So the possibilities of the blood group of the offsprings, it is O. So this is the genetic basis of blood groups in the human population. So this tabular column which will helps to know what will be the possible genotype of the offsprings. So that is the on what basis this is, that is the based on the allelic forms of the genotype. Depending upon the allelic forms we can get to know that. So the possibilities of the genotype of the offsprings. So hope you understand this genetic basis of blood group in the human. So this is to get to know what will be the possibilities understood in the genotypes. So next, moving on to the next. So what will be the plausible blood groups with the donors and the recipient? So we will check it that what will be the possibilities of blood group with the donors and the recipient. So hope you remember that as I told about AB is a blood group. AB is what? It is a universal recipient. And O is the universal donor. It is a universal donor. So who is called donor? The one who donates the blood is called as donor. Who is called recipient? One who receives the blood is called recipient. Now let us see with the tableau column what will be the possible blood group with the donors and the recipient. Understood? So just we'll make a column here. Okay. So this is the blood group. This is the blood group. Here is the to donate, to receive, to receive. So if the blood group A, so if the blood group A can donate to whom? To A and AB. So that blood group who is having a blood group A can donate to the blood group A and the AB. And they can receive the blood from A and O. Who is having a blood group A and who is having a blood group O can receive the blood. Next, if it is a blood group B, so what will be the possible? They can donate to the blood group B and also what? AB. So they can receive the blood from blood group B as well blood group O. So if it is as I told, AB is a universal recipient, so they can only donate to AB, but they can receive from A, B, AB and also O. Right? So next is the O. As I told you, it is a donor. They can donate the blood to all the blood groups A, B, AB and O. So they can donate, but they can only receive from the same blood group, that is O blood group. So suppose if the blood group A, if the blood group A, he or she, we can donate the blood to whom? That is A and the B. They can receive what? A and O, like that. So this is the very good chart to understand the possible blood group with the donor and the recipient. So this is this knowledge of possible blood groups with the donors and the recipient not only help us to pass the examination, but also get to the you will get to the knowledge about the blood group with the, it may helps to the needy. So if it is any problems occurs in the, if it is like particularly in the blood transfusion, so you may get what? You may get confusion. So what will be the blood groups they can match for the receiver? So if the receiver who is having a blood group O, they are need with the blood group A, B and AB and the O. That means the blood group O blood group now, they can donate to blood group A, B, AB and the O. So but this blood group O only can receive the O blood group. Understood? So that is the thing. So here as we are, as I told earlier that, so we are giving a blood to save the person, not to kill the person, right? So that is why you have to get to the knowledge of this blood groups. If there is an emergency, it will also helps the human beings when they are needy. Understood? So this is the what? So this is the very good chart to understand the possible blood group with the donors and the recipient. Understood? Next, moving on to the next very important concept, that is polygenic inheritance. Polygenic inheritance. So what do you mean by polygenic inheritance? So if a character is controlled by one or the more gene, so it can be, that means the character or the trait can be controlled more than one gene. So that is called as what? Polygenic inheritance. For suppose the character, if it is controlled by more than one gene, so we called as what? Polygenic inheritance. Right? What do you mean by poly? Poly means what? Many. So polygenic means many gene. So such a type of gene we called as what? Polygenic inheritance. So which may be asked for 1 marks. It is very important. They may ask for the 1 marks. What is polygenic inheritance? What is the polygenic inheritance? If a character is controlled by more than one gene. So if the character controlled by more than one gene, it is referred as a polygenic inheritance. So what is the best example for polygenic inheritance, or the classical example for this polygenic inheritance is the skin color. So the skin color of human being, it is the best example for polygenic inheritance. So hope you understand what do you mean by polygenic inheritance. So it is a character which is controlled by more than one gene, which is called as polygenic inheritance. The best example it is the skin color of a human being. So hope you understand this one, right? Next, moving on to the next topic, that is law of independent assortment. So law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment. It is a very important. So which is also called as Mendel's second law. So what is the first law? First law is what? So the law of segregation. So and the second law is called as law of independent assortment. So what is the law states? So what is this law of independent assortment states that? So it states that when the two pairs of trait are combined. So when the two pairs of traits, which is also called as what? Character, are combined. What will happen in a hybrid, that is in the F1 generation. So in a hybrid, that is in a F1 generation, so what will be the what will happen? They will segregation of one pair of a characters is independent of the other pair of the character. So what will be the statement? If when the two pairs of traits or characters are combined in a hybrid, that is the F1 generation, so segregation of one pair of characters is independent of the other pair. Independent to the other pair of character. So what is the law of independent assortment? State that when the two pairs of trait or trait which is also called as character are combined in a hybrid, so segregation of one pair of character is independent to the other pair of the character, right? So that means to say, so when the alleles of more than two contrasting characters are brought together, so that is when the alleles of from more than one character, so alleles of more than one character which is brought together in a F1 hybrid. in a F1 generation or in the F1 hybrid, they will assort, so they will segregate independent to one another in the F2 generation during the process of what they will form. So during the process of gamete formation. So that is the statement of law of independent assortment. So the law of independent assortment is verified by the Mendel dihybrid cross. So hope you remember that law of segregation, that is the law of purity. So law of segregation, which is also called as law of purity of gametes, and that is verified by Mendel monohybrid cross. So this law of independent assortment is verified by the Mendel dihybrid cross. So it is also called as what? Two gene inheritance, whereas that Mendel, that is law of segregation, which is also called law of purity of gametes, which is called as what? One gene inheritance. So what is monohybrid cross? So it is the cross, the two plants differ in one contrasting character. That is the monohybrid cross alli one monohybrid cross alli ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the cross between two plants, that is two parents differing in one contrasting character. Whereas in dihybrid, what do you mean by dihybrid cross then? So in dihybrid, so what will be the what is the explanation of dihybrid cross? It is a cross between the two parents differing in two contrasting characters, and hence the name called as dihybrid. It is what will happen here, two contrasting character. Two contrasting character. So monohybrid cross means what? It is a cross between the two parents differing in a one contrasting character, whereas dihybrid, it is the cross between the two parents differing in the two contrasting characters. So hence we named it is as a dihybrid cross. So here it is in a monohybrid cross, we took what? So in monohybrid cross we took the stem height is an example, right? With reference to the stem height, we have taken an example on the monohybrid crops. So we came in monohybrid cross, we came across the monohybrid cross phenotypic ratio. That is, what is the monohybrid phenotypic ratio? That is 3:1. What will be the genotypic ratio? That is 1:2:1. And what will be the test cross ratio? That is 1:1. So we here we also going to derive the same phenotypic ratio, genotypic ratio and the test cross ratio for the dihybrid cross. So we are going to do the same as we have done in the monohybrid cross. We are going to get the phenotypic ratio, genotypic ratio and also test cross ratio. So moving on to the next, that one. Moving on to next, that is what is inheritance of two genes. So what is the inheritance of two genes? As I already said, so now dihybrid cross is also called as what? Inheritance of two genes, whereas monohybrid cross we call as inheritance of one genes. So what is the inheritance of two gene? What is the inheritance of two gene? So what do you mean by dihybrid cross? As I said, it is a cross between two plants or the two parents differing in a two pairs of contrasting character. So this inheritance of two gene can be studied with the beautiful schematic diagram. So hope you can refer the notes as well as the textbook further details. So which will be clearly indicates, so what will be the possibilities and what will be the possibilities of dihybrid and what will be the possibilities of genotype of the dihybrid. So what will be the F1 hybrid and what will be the nature of F1 hybrid, whether it is a homozygous or the heterozygous, all that will come across in the schematic diagram. Understood? So what is the dihybrid cross? All about you will get to know in this schematic representation. So you can refer the textbook and also the notes for the clear picture of that. So in the monohybrid cross, as we know that we took an tall pea plant and it is crossed with a dwarf pea plant. With reference to the stem height, we took a tall pea plant and it is crossed with a dwarf pea plant. So Mendel had taken one contrasting character with reference to the stem height in the monohybrid cross, right? Here the Mendel crossed the pure breeding round yellow. Here he took the pure breeding round yellow seeded plant that is capital R, small capital Y and the capital Y. So with what he took here in the inheritance of two gene or the dihybrid cross, he took the two contrasting character, right? So two pairs of contrasting, that is two pairs of contrasting character. So here the Mendel took what? Pure round yellow seeded breed. It is crossed with the pure breeding wrinkled green seeded plant. Wrinkled green seeded plant. So that is small r, small y, small y. Understood? So round is the one character. So round is refers to the one character. Second, yellow. Here the yellow will refers to the another character, right? So it will refers to the another character, that is in the this is the color, round it is the shape, right? So that is the shape. So what is the contrasting character? With refers to the shape and the color. With refers to the shape and the color. Shape is the round, color is the yellow. Understood? And what is the opposite to this? Round, it is wrinkled. For yellow, it is a green. So these are the two contrasting characters he took. So here in the inheritance of two gene, Mendel's crossed with the pure breeding round yellow seeded plant, that is what? So what is the genotype? That is capital R, capital Y and the capital Y. So according to the law of dominance, so the character which is dominant is written in the capital letter, right? So the dominant character which will be written in a capital letter. The dominant character is written with a capital letter and it is crossed with a pure breeding wrinkled green seeded plant. So what is the genotypes here? That is small r and small y, small y. So as I said, alleles are always occur in a pairs, or the genes always occurs in pair. So they never occur in singles. So here we took the two contrasting character. So this capital R is the one contrasting character and the capital Y is the another contrasting character. So where we write these alleles in what? So capital R, capital Y and the capital Y. So for what? For the round yellow seeded plant. So I repeat, he took a round yellow seeded plant and he crossed with a wrinkled green seeded plant. So what is the allele? That is small r, small y, small y. And all the F1 hybrid. So in the F1 hybrid that was obtained in the what? F1 generation, which will be the heterozygous. Which will be the heterozygous round yellow seed. Round yellow seed which was obtained in the F1 generation, that is capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, which is what? This is the what genotypes which is are going to get in the F1 hybrid. So what is that is the allele. So this is the what allele. So Mendel again what he did, F1 hybrid it is obtained. So as we know that F1 hybrid is a capital R, small r, capital Y and a small y. So F2 is obtained by crossing of what? So F2 is obtained by crossing F1 into what? F1. So here we will see with those three in the detailed explanation. Understood? Mendel took what? P1 generation. What he took? That is round yellow seeded plant. What he did? He crossed with the wrinkled green seeded plant. Understood? So what will be the genotypes? This capital R, capital R, capital Y. It is crossed with small r, small y and small y. Understood? So what are the gametes here? Capital R, capital Y, small r, small y. So it is crossed. What will be the F1 hybrid? F1 generation. What he got? It is capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. As I told, it is a capital R and the capital Y are dominant. So what will be the thing? A round yellow. You will get what? Round yellow heterozygous, which is a heterozygous. Understood? So you will get a heterozygous in the F1 hybrid, that is which is a round yellow seeded plant. So this F2 generation is obtained by what? By crossing of F1 into F1, that is capital R, small r, capital Y and the small y. It is crossed with capital R, capital Y and a small y. So what will be the possible gametes we can find here in this and in this? So here I'll show one small thing here, how to get this gametes. So just I'll drop here this one. This is round yellow heterozygous. So here you can see that capital R, small r, capital Y and the small y. Understood? How we are going to do? This capital R is combined with capital Y and the small r it is combined with the small r. Like that. Same. What will happen here? This small y combined with capital R and the capital Y is combined with the small r to get the gametes. So you can see here capital R and the capital Y and the small r, small y, capital R, small r, capital Y, capital R, small y. So you will get the gametes. What are all the gametes? You will get here. That is capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, small r, capital Y, capital R, small y. Capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, small r, capital Y, capital R, small y. So we are going to tabulate the checkerboard. We are putting the checkerboard here. Understood? So we are going to cross one what? F2 generation. So male and a female. So what are all the gametes? That is capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. Capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r and small y. So we are going to cross. So what will be the pause? We'll get capital R, small capital Y and the capital Y. Capital R, capital Y and small y. Capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Capital R, capital Y, small y. Understood? So you will get like this. What is this? Capital R, capital Y refers to the, that is round yellow, right? Round yellow. So here this is also dominant. Here also we'll get a round yellow, and here also we'll get a round yellow. Here also round yellow. So here round yellow, and here what you will get here? Yes, round green. Understood? It is a round green. Here round yellow. So next is what will be that? So that is round green. Understood? Here round what? Yellow. Here round yellow. Here what? Wrinkled yellow. Wrinkled yellow. Here wrinkled yellow. Here round yellow. Here round what? It is round green. Here round, sorry, here this is small r, right? So here wrinkled what? Wrinkled yellow. Here what? Wrinkled green. See how many yellow we got? Round yellow. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can see this triangle. How many round yellow you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Understood? You got 7 round yellow. 9 you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. You got 9 round yellow. So how many you will get wrinkled yellow here? That is 3. Wrinkled yellow is, we will get a 3. Understood? So now we will get to know what will be the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio. So you please refer this chart with your notes as well as with the textbook, and it is very important. Definitely they are going to ask for 5 marks. So this is the possibilities, right? This is the F2 generation. So let us look into the how many of this round yellow, round green, and you can see here you will have a round yellow is 9, wrinkled green, wrinkled yellow is 3 and wrinkled green is how much? 1, right? So wrinkled yellow is 3, wrinkled green is 1 and a round green will have 1. So what will be the phenotypic ratio? That is 9:3:1. That is phenotypic ratio will be the 9:3:1. So that is the phenotypic ratio. So what will be the genotypic ratio? Shall I rub this one? Please refer that one. Phenotypic ratio will be, how many are round, yellow? How much we have? We got round yellow, it is 9. So how much we got round? So round green, it is 3. Right? We'll get a round green 3. Wrinkled yellow, how much you got? 3. Wrinkled green, it is 1. Understood? So this is the phenotypic ratio, that is 9:3:3:1. So what will be the genotype? Genotypic ratio. How much we got? What is this? Capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. So how much we got? Capital R, capital Y, that is only 1 we got. Which is equal to how much we got? Capital R, small y, small r. So the genotypic ratio is, that is 1:2, 2:2, 2:4:1:2, 1:1:2, 1:2, 2:1. So this is how you got. So that is capital R, small y, capital you will have only 1. So the capital R, small r, capital Y, capital you will have a 2. What is this? Capital R, small r and capital Y, that is round yellow. That is round yellow. So capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y and the small y you will have a 2, and this capital R, small r, capital Y you will have a 4, and following this. So the genotypic ratio, it will be the, that is 1:2, 2:2, 2:4:1:2, 2:2. Sorry, this is 2. Sorry. Okay. So 1:2, 2:2, 2:4:1:2, 2:2, 1:1:1. Understood? So that is the genotypic ratio. Please remember that the genotypic ratio is 1:2, 2:2, 4:1:2, 1:1:1. Understood? So definitely they will ask for 1 marks. What will be the genotypic and what will be the phenotypic ratio of the dihybrid cross? You have to get to know this, all those things. So now we will moving on to this more dihybrid test cross in the next class.